Hi, and welcome to my guide of the quest Lunar Diplomacy. The quest requirements are Fremix Trials, Lost Cities, Shallow Village and Rune Mysteries, while the stats requirements are 65 magic, 40 defense, 5 herbal, 60 mining, 61 crafting, 55 woodcutting and 49 fire making. None of these stats can be boosted. The items that are needed are a tinderbox, pestle and mortar, at least one Dragon staff, 404 coins, a hammer, a spade, any kind of pickaxe, a good axe, I suggest the best one that you can get your hands on, a guam leaf and a marantil. For the suggested items is some food, armor and weapon to kill a minimum of 4 combat 111 squads. It will be very likely that you will need to kill more. If you want to speed up the boss fight instead of the dream, you can bring along some combat runes, but you must wear full lunars inside of the dream world, so you can't equip any other weapons, including elemental staffs. Next, you will also need to have some food to heal yourself from damaging tests inside of the dream world. And since there is one agility test, summer pies can be helpful, as well as some weight reducing armor since we have to. Run a little bit during this quest, and I think approximately 3 stamina potions should be more than enough. Also, you will need to have 3 empty inventory slots at the start of the quest. For the teleports, you will need to have access to the 4 elemental rune crafting altars. To get to the altars, you can easily just go via the abyss 4 times to reach those, but you can also just go there manually. For that, you will need to have the tiara or the teleport. talisman to be able to get through the mysterious runes. To teleport myself to the air runecrafting altar, I'm going to use a skill necklace, and I'm going to teleport myself to the crafting guild, but you can also simply use a Falador teleport to get there. For the fire runecrafting altar, I'm just going to use a ring of dueling to teleport to the Alcarate Duel Arena. For the water altar, I'm just going to use a Draenor teleport on my Glory, and then for the earth runecrafting altar, I'm just going to use a Lumberyard teleport scroll, but a Varrock teleport is just as fine. And then lastly, you will also need to have 2 teleports to Releka. I just used some scrolls of redirection, which you can buy from the Nightmare Zone reward shop on some regular house steps, and with 30 construction you are able to make them into Releka teleports. If you are unable to buy these scrolls of redirection, just move your house to Releka, which also requires 30 construction, and then just bring 2 regular house teleports, or else you will need to bring a Camelot teleport and run all the way north. Okay, let's start this quest. This is located on the most western dock of Releka. Let's talk to the northern NPC called Lokar Scene Runner. Let's select the second option. Have you been away from these parts a while? Just skip through the dialogue and select the first option. Why did you leave? Everything is boring. He wants to be a pirate. Let's look the first option again, why not? And now you will need to have a seal of passage because if you would not have the seal of passage, they will automatically kick you out of the island. To get this, we will need to go to Brent Chieftain from the Fremic Trials quest, which is in the largest building of Releka. Just go southeast to the large bar. Be sure to have at least 1 inventory slot. Talk to Brent and he should give us that seal without any problems. About the seal of passage. Alright, let's return to Lokar and he will take us to Moonclan Island. No, actually he will take us to the Pirate's Cove. And from the Pirate's Cove we will need to go to Moonclan Island. Let's talk to Lokar once we are back. I have it right here. Let's get on our way. Okay, there's a ladder in front of you. Let's climb this one. Take a couple of steps north and around the corner there is another ladder facing south. Climb up this ladder and then go on to the boat. Somewhere near this plank there should be Captain Bentley. Talk to him. Then select the fourth option. Can we sail to Lunar Isle now? And you will now see a shortcut scene of you, well, making a circle around the island. That was kind of strange. Let's talk to the captain and ask what is going on. And he will redirect us. The fuck? Alright, now we'll need to talk to a bunch of people on this ship. This ship has 4 layers. I will call this layer the main deck. Then there is also a top deck, which is up here. Then there are actually 2 lower decks, which I will call maybe B1 and B2. Basement 1 and basement 2. First, we'll need to open the southern door on the main deck. And here we'll find 2 ladders in this first room. Let's climb down one of these 2 stairs. And then enter the southwestern room. And in this corner room we should find Bird's Eye Jack. Talk to him, because he's the navigator. Just keep talking to him. Alright, it is apparently the navigator's fault. Let's return to the main deck and talk to Captain Bentley. Select the second option, that perhaps it is the navigator's fault. The captain isn't sure, so let's go back downstairs and let's return to Bird's Eye Jack. Let's talk to him again. Okay, after this long conversation is over, let's go back to the main deck. And let's go a little bit to the eastern side of the ship. And here we should find someone called Schultz. Okay, for me he wasn't on the eastern side of the ship, but all the way the most northern part of the ship. Let's talk to Eagle Eye Schultz, somewhere on the main deck. Apparently the ship has been jinxed. After talking to him, we will now need to go to the lowest deck. So let's go back south. Back to B1. Entering the first room, climbing down that ladder. And here on the basement 1 we will need to go north. And on the northern side of this cannon room. And here we will be able to go to the lowest level. Next we will need to go to the southwestern corner room. So let's go all the way south. You will find a kitchen sign on your minimap. That is where we'll need to be. And let's talk to Beefy Burns. Next, let's go back north and we will need to go to the top deck. So let's first go to the main deck. Going back south. Up the ladder. Then go to the main deck and onto the southern walls we will find 2 stairs. Let's climb these to go to the top deck. Here we'll find Lecherous Lee and a cabin boy. Let's talk to Lecherous Lee. Alright, let's go back down to the main deck. Let's go back south, open the first door, then open the second door. And somewhere inside of these 2 rooms we should find first mate Davy Boy. Talk to him. Just skip through the dialogue, and after we are done talking to him, we will need to talk to the final NPC. If this conversation would end. Okay, let's go back to the main deck. Outside, and let's climb up the stairs to the top deck once again. And now we will need to talk to the second NPC here, Cabin Boy. It was him. Just skip through the dialogue. And he should give us a emerald lens as well as an empty lantern. Let's use the lantern lens on the bullseye and then use your tinderbox to light it. And now you just need to right click and use the lantern on the southeastern cannon. You'll see an animation and you will be and he should give us a emerald lens as well as an empty lantern. Let's use the lantern lens on the bullseye and then use your tinderbox to light it. And now you just need to right click and use the lantern on the southeastern cannon. To right click and use the lantern on the southeastern cannon. You'll see an animation and you'll be able to see some kind of symbol onto it. Click to continue and select the first option, rub away, and it is one symbol down, 4 to go. Next we will need to go downward to the main deck, and now we'll need to go back to the room of the captain where there is first mate Davy Boy inside. Just west of the door there will find a wall chart on the wall. Just use a elemental lantern on it. And this should show the second symbol. Rub it away, 3 to go, which are all in the lowest level of the ship. So let's climb down the stairs to basement number 1, go north, climb down that staircase and go to basement number 2. Here, let's take 2 squares west, 1 square north, and you will find a chest. Let's use the lantern on it. This should show the third symbol. Alright, it does. Rub it away. Go south and go to the kitchen. We will now need to go to the wall support, or the ship support, which is nearest to the kitchen, and also use your lantern on it. Rub this one away. 4 down, 1 to go, which is in the southeastern corner room. In here you'll find a large crate. Use a lantern on it. Once again, rub away the symbol, and these are all 5 done. Let's go back upstairs, and I will need to return to the captain so we are able to sail to Moon Clan Island. Okay, climb up the staircase, talk to Bentley. The Jinxes is gone. Skip through the dialogue, off we go. And we have arrived to Moon Clan Isle. Thanks, Captain. Let's go south. Just climb down the ladder southwest. Continue going west, climb down the ladder just in the northwestern corner. Let's go north, and we will now need to go inside of the lunar town. Just click on the minimap to go inside, and this should trigger a cutscene. Now I actually went straight to Orionomancer because that is where we'll need to go next, but apparently we will have to visit the town first. And also we will need to talk to an NPC which will redirect us to the Orionomancer. Okay. Here goes nothing. Let's just keep going west. When you see the two water signs, go southwest to the southwestern part of this village. And somewhere here in the southwestern part, next to the wall, we should find an NPC. Try to find that yellow dot, and here we should find Meteora. Talk to her. And she will redirect us to the Orionomancer. Let's exit the town, and we will now need to go to the Astral Altar. The only exit is the east via the eastern large gap in the wall at the eastern gate. Just go south. Let's return to the docks. From the docks we need to go south till we see a bridge. If you want to have some food, because now we'll need to pass like 2 or 3 Sasquatch, but if you just are near them, use Protect from melee and you should take no damage. After you've crossed the bridge, go east to the Astral Runecrafting Altar, and next to it we should find a woman in white. Talk to her. Just skip through the conversation, and we will now need to gather 3 things, which is a potion, a staff, and the lunar clothing. First, let's get the potion by going back into the city. Flicker or flash, protect from melee when you pass the Sasquatch. Just keep going north, back into the city. Once we are in the city, we need to go north of the bank. So here at the bank, go north, and we should find a small gap in the fence. Go through it and go a little bit west until we see another NPC. Apparently it's not marked with an NPC, but here you'll find a house on feet. Go inside the house by clicking on it, and inside we should find Baba Yaga. Talk to her. Select the second option that the Orionomancer told you that you could help with the Waking Sleep potion. And she will give you an empty vial. Let's click on the door on the southern wall to exit the house. And let's get back inside of the town. Now we just need to go to one of the 2 water sources in town to fill up our vial with water. Use it on the sink. Then use a guam on it, as well as your Marin pill. You now have a Marin Guam vial. For the final ingredient, we will need to get the Tooth of Susqua. So to do that, I suggest you to go to the Moon Clan Bank. Use one of the 2 banks which are currently available and prepare to fight a couple of them. I'm going to take out my proselyte because I think I'm going to use Protect from melee when I'm fighting against them, as well as my Dragon Boots, Barrow's Gloves, and I think I should be fine with just using Protect from melee. If you don't have Protect from melee, just get some defensive gear as well as some good food. I'm also going to deposit my food because noted items aren't really helpful. Take out 2 and I think I should be fine. Let's exit the town. And let's go south. I usually kill the Sasquatch south, This will help the rune crafters, as well as north of the town there are Sasquatch that use magic and they cast Ice Barrage. And I don't really like that, so I just go south, use Protect from melee and kill those. They have a quite slow melee attack, so you can easily turn on and off when they are about to hit you. Now you just need to kill a couple of Sasquatch here until you receive a tooth. But don't expect it to get the tooth from your first kill. Now these monsters will also drop hides, and we will need to have at least 4 of them later down this quest, so keep those for now. Okay, first kill. I already got a tooth. Okay, this is lucky and unlucky, because then I will need to kill 3 more at the end of the quest. Let's take the tooth, grind it with our pestle and mortar into dust, and then use this dust on the Guam Mar vial to make a waking sleep vial. Next I'm going to take the hide, and let's return to the Orionomancer. The Orionomancer will take our waking sleep vial until we need it later in this quest. Talk to her. She will take it for safekeeping. And she also now have explained how to make a lunar staff. Therefore, we will need to have a Dragon staff. We will need to go to the runecrafting altars in the precise order of air, fire, water and then earth. So first I'm going to teleport myself to the crafting guild and make myself go to the air mysterious ruins. It's just located south of Falador. If you don't have a skill necklace, just use a Falador teleport or just go via the abyss. I'm going to equip my air tiara. Use it on the mysterious ruins, and then use your Dragon staff on the altar. You should enchant it, and you now have part 1 done. Now you can easily make more lunar staffs if you want to, because if you would lose your lunar staff after the quest is completed, you will need to buy it back for 30,000 GP, but you can easily make more of them if you have multiple Dragon staffs in your inventory. After you're done with part 2, let's go to the fire altar, use a dual ring to dual arena. Equip the fire tiara north of the entrance to the dual arena, mysterious ruins, enter. Going to equip my weight reducing armor. This will make it a little bit better. I'm not going to wait that much, apparently I still do. Let's use the lunar staff part 1 on the fire to make it part 2. Next we will need to go to the water altar, so I'm going to teleport to Draenor village. I think I'm going to take out another stamina potion from the Draenor bank real quick. I weigh way too much. Stamina potion. And let's go to the water mysterious ruins. It is just located in the Lumbridge swamp. The exact location would be just west of the shed that leads to Xanaris, and a little bit southeast from the Lumbridge swamp dungeon sign. From this dungeon sign just go east and you should find the mysterious ruins right here. Enter, use your lunar staff on it, on the altar. It is part 3, part 4 is near the lumberyard, just northeast of Varrock. Equip the earth tiara, Enter Mysterious Ruins, and let's make our lunar staff. Okay, now we'll need to return to Lunar Isle, so let's teleport to Rebecca, go northwest, and let's return to Lunar Isle. Back here on the Pirate's Cove, we will need to run back onto the ship, and now we just need to travel with Captain Bentley, which should now have a travel option just like Lokar, and he will take you to MoonClan Island. Once we are back here, let's climb down the ladders, and now we'll need to return to the Audionomancer, so she will take the lunar staff for safekeeping. Also, so she will tell us how to get the next thing, which is the last one, which is how to get the 8 pieces of lunar clothing. Let's first reach her and give her the staff. Then when you got a lot of options with the helm and the cape, this is just how to get all the 8 items. First, let's go back into the town, and there we will need to go to the southwestern part of it. We will need to return to Meteora. So let's go back into town, and let's maybe deposit some armor and a weapon, because I weigh way too much, and I am dropping my energy like flies. Deposit the bank, deposit my proselyte in the melee tab, as well as my boots. You don't need your pestle and mortar anymore, you can bank it. Deposit my helm, my vial, and that should be it. Maybe 1 extra stamina potion, 2 pieces of food, and let's return to Meteora. This was the NPC just located southwest of the water resources, southwest part of town. Let's try to find her and talk to her. You will need to have the amulet on her head, and she will trade her amulet for the tiara that has been stolen by a Suqua. First, let's go north. In front of the big building north and just west of the water resource, we should be able to find an NPC called Celine. For me, she was inside of the building. Sometimes she is in front of the building. Usually she is in front of the building. Let's talk to her. It is the floating woman with a yellow hat. And select the second option if you're looking for a ring. And she should give you a riddle where the location of the ring is. Next, let's go a little bit northwest. I see currently 2 NPCs. We will need to talk to the NPC Pauline Polaris. Just skip through the dialogue, and we should now guess her first name, which obviously is the second option, Pauline, so select that option. But now she wants you to guess her real name, which is Jane Blood Hedgett Maid. When you select that option, she should now give you your first out of 8 lunar equipment clothes, which is the cape. Next, let's go back east, and we actually now need to grab our food, armor and weapon again to fight some more Suquas. This was actually quicker than expected. I'm sorry for all the people that have banked your stuff. You now need to get it back. Also, you can easily bank your tiaras now. You don't need them anymore, as well as your skill necklace if you've bought one. Those are unnecessary. You don't need to go anywhere else anymore besides Releka. Also, you don't need your emerald lantern. You can drop it or bank it. I'm going to equip my proselyte again. as well as my barrow's gloves. I still have 1 hide in my inventory, so I know I will at least need 3 more hides, which we are going to get right now. And I actually think I am able to kill a couple of sequoias. I have enough prayer points, I have 2 pieces of food, I have proselyte armor, so let's go back south. Be sure to have at least 2 empty inventory spaces, and just keep going south. Go back all the way south, back to that bridge. Don't kill the sequoias now, first cross the first bridge, then go west, and cross the second bridge. And now you just need to keep going west. We need to go all the way west to the western shore. Somewhere near the western shore we should find some blue flowers. Go stand on the square of where the blue flowers are and dig with your spade. Click to continue and you will get the lunar ring. Let's go back east and let's return to the sequoias to kill a couple of them until we have the tiara, which has been stolen by the monsters here. Okay, I'm getting gangbanged. So now we just need to kill them until we have the tiara as a drop. If you would have the tiara dropped before you have 4 hides in your inventory, as well as added the ones in your bank, you will need to kill more of them. I already got it from my first kill once again, but I still need 2 more hides, so I still need to kill 2 more of these. Alright, when you have your tiara as well as 4 hides, let's go back to town. Back inside the town, let's go to the bank and deposit our armor, because we will not need them for the remainder of this quest. Let's go to the bank. Going to deposit my boots, proselyte. Light, as well as my helm and my cape, all not needed. Next, let's go south of the bank into the clothing shop, open the door, and inside or near the entrance we should find Rimai. Talk to her. Select the second option, you know the ceremonial clothes, and she will ask you to bring the sequoia hides. Since you already have them, talk to her again. You know about the ceremonial clothes? Yes please, it will cost 100 GP each. Say yes, and you should have 4 GP left over. Let's trade her. Right click and trade. Buy 1 needle, 3 thread. Let's use our needle on the sequoia leather. Make a torso, trousers, gloves, and then boots. And this is already 6 out of 8 pieces done. First, let's go back to Meteora, just southwest of the water resources, southwestern part of town. Let's give her her tiara back, so she will give us her amulet, and this is 7 out of 8 pieces. Now we just need one more piece. Let's exit town. You might as well just drop your needle and your thread, you don't need it anymore. And now let's go north. Watch out for some magical sequoias and just keep going north, east. Keep going northeast. Until you see a dungeon sign. Here, in this little cabinet, you will find a ladder. Climb down this ladder and you should be in the mine. Go south and you should find a mining sign to your west. Go towards that mining sign, you should find a couple of stalagmites. Just mine any of them, doesn't matter. And you will get some lunar ore. Let's break our final Rileka teleport. And let's get back inside of Rileka city. And let's go to the most western building. Inside of the most western building, the most southwestern building to be exact, is the building with the furnace as well as a anvil. So let's use our lunar ore on the furnace to make it into a bar. Use the bar on the anvil next to the furnace. Make it into a lunar helm, yes, and we now have all 8 pieces. Next, let's go back north and let's return to Lunar Isle. No, wrong. Alrighty, back on Lunar Isle. Let's get back to land. Let's go south and let's return to the Audionomancer. Be sure to have at least 3 inventory slots before you're going to go to her. Let's return to her and she will take all of the clothings for safekeeping. Just keep pressing the dialogue until she has everything. And now she's done. And now she has given you everything back with an extra kindling, which is actually from the first ever magic tree. Next, we will need to return to town and bank for the final part of the quest. On our way to the bank, we might as well just wear everything with the lunar name on it. So if you would check your equipment, you now have everything equipped with lunar, and unequip your shield. So everything is lunar except for the ammo slot as well as the shield. Let's go to the bank and let's just deposit everything. First, most important thing is the seal of passage. Take that from the bank. Then you also need to have your tinderbox, then also your kindling, your waking sleep vial, and then lastly is your best axe, which is here. Now be sure that you do not wear anything besides your lunar equipment, so nothing in your shield or weapon slot besides your lunar equipment. Next, let's grab our combat runes. I'm going to take like 30 fire blast spells. And Then last item that you'll need is some food. I think 10 monkfish and 5 summer pies should be more than enough. Let's go west. And now we'll need to go to the biggest building on the western side of the town. Enter the western building. Go to the center, and here we should find a brazier. First, let's add the kindling on the waking sleep vial. Next, let's light the brazier with your tinderbox. Use the sewed kindling on it, and you should now enter the dream world. In this dream world, there are 6 platforms around a circumference, which you can step on. And on each, there is a game, as well as an infernal man or woman, depending on your gender. If you would log out or leave the dream world by either teleporting on this book, dying or teleporting, you will have to get another waking sleep potion as well as a kindling from Orionomancer to be able to get back here. But the good thing is that your progress will be saved. First, in this dream world, you'll find Eternal Man or Woman if you are a female character. Let's talk to him or her. And just skip through the dialogue a little bit. Next, we will now need to do all 6 of the tests. Let's do the agility one first by going to the eastern border and step on this platform. And this will launch you to the first test. Here we should find the Eternal Expert, where we will need to start a race with. We will need to take the curved path, which has 4 hurdles where we need to jump over, which is an agility obstacle. So first, let's talk to him to start the race. Say OK. And then you just need to click on the balls on one of the 2 sides of the electricity to be able to jump over. You are able to click on the electricity, but that has a very little clicking range, so I suggest you to click on the balls. Now if you would fail to jump over the hurdles, you will take 8 damage, and because the animation takes so long, it is possible that you will not be able to win the race after failing 2 times. So if you would fail 3 times, I suggest you to just give up and wait for the race to be over, because if you fail 3 times, it will be impossible to win anymore. I have failed 2 times, so hopefully I will still win this race if I successfully go over this one immediately, and I did not. Okay, I just give up. It's impossible to win anymore. Let's try again. You beat me. Let's talk to him again. Get another race. Let's maybe eat a summer pie to boost my agility. Go. Come on. Come on, run. Yes! Beat ya. I won. Okay. Skip through the dialogue and you'll be teleported back to the main cloud. Let's return to the center and let's review what we have learned to the Eternal Man or Woman. Once we have done this, I think I should just go clockwise. So let's go a little bit south to the southeastern corner and let's jump this pink looking platform, and we will now need to talk to the numerator. If we talk to the numerator, this will trigger the second puzzle. Now after skipping through the dialogue and actually missing the number sequence, it will be written in your chat box. Now we will just need to press the next 2 numbers to that sequence, and the numbers are just here floating around. I'll put a picture on the screen, probably over my minimap and my inventory, of all the possible sequences with all the possible numbers. The given sequences are random for everyone. You will just need to complete 5 to return to the main area. So for example, mine is an easy one. It is just 8 minus 2 is 6, minus 2 is 4, so the next one is number 2, which is here. Press it, yes, that is correct, and then the next number in the sequence is 0. This is 1 down. He will give us the next sequence in our chat box. I will see you when I am done with the next 4. Alright, after completing 5 sequences you will be teleported back to the main dream or cloud. Let's return to the Eternal Man to give our review. Let's go back south and let's go to the next puzzle, which is green, I think, in the southeastern corner, and this should teleport us to the game of chance. Okay, never mind, it is the mimic. This is the most easy test, just talk to him. Follow my lead. Select the first option, sure, we'll have a go. Now we just need to go where that NPC has teleported to, talk to him, and he should do an emote. My first one is the cry emote, so just do the same emote. He will teleport again, talk to him there. He will do another emote. Do that same emote. Teleport again. This isn't that test anymore. I actually want to read what we should have learned from this test. Oh, almost missed it. This was the wave. And then last one. I think we should just mimic him 5 times. I think. Here's think. You've got it. Okay, now I really want to know what we should have learned from this test. Let's talk to the Eternal Man. Well, okay, apparently the test is about relating to others with a great deal of thoughts and emotions shared between people and friends. Okay, that was interesting. Let's go back to this southeastern border. Let's go west. Let's search for the next platform, which is in the southwestern corner. I think that is yellow. I'm not really sure. And now we are here at the game of chance, which is absolutely nothing to do with chance. Let's just talk to Fluke to start this test. And he will give us a number which is also in our chat box. I'm just going to go to the center real quick so you are able to see the entire platform. Now we will need to add up all the top sides of the dice together so they add up to the number that is given. The dices can only show 2 sides, which is their opposite. Add the 2 sides together and they will make 7. The 2 dice on the eastern side will only show 3 and 4. The 2 in the center will only show 1 and 6, and the 2 on the west will only show 2 and 5. I will also put a picture on the screen with all the possible questions and then with the answers next to it. We'll need to do this 5 times. For me, my first number is 16. I will need to have F. Let's give it this. Okay, well done. We are done with this dice game. Next up, well, first we'll need to go to the Eternal Man to give our review. Let's talk to him. After what we have learned, let's go back to the western side, back clockwise to the next platform, which is in the northwestern corner. Step on this grey platform. And I think this is one of the more annoying puzzles. In here, let's talk to the Eternal Guide. Let's talk to him, and we will now need to get to the other side. This is the same grid as in the underground pass, only this one doesn't damage you when you take the wrong step. So first, just like in the underground pass quest, I'm going to open up my notepad. I'm going to write down 4x's 8 times. I need to have 4 rows. I'm just going to copy and paste this. Times. I now have 8 rows of 4x's. And now every time I step on a puff and I didn't fall down, I'm just going to change an X into an O, and this way I can easily get to the other side without remembering. Every single step. So let's start with the western one, why not? Going to take my notepad on the side. Okay, whoops. Okay, this step is good. Change it into an out. Next one. Well, I need to go south, or I might as well just try the southern one, which should be the most logical one. Should be the only one I should be able to go onto. Walk onto the platform, and you're done. You'll be teleported back to the main circle, dream, airplane. Let's talk to the Eternal Man, and now we should be able to go on to the final test, which is in the northeastern corner, this blue platform. And this is also a very easy one. This is just a wood cutting contest. Let's talk to Perspective, skip through the dialogue, hopefully have a couple of inventory spaces, because now we'll need to have some locks inside of our inventory. Let's go and then run to the western part of this dream, and here you'll find some dream trees. Chop them. Be sure to not equip your axe, because then you will be teleported out of the dream. Just keep chopping the dream trees until your inventory is full. When your inventory is full, or all 4 trees are down, let's go to the center, and we will need to click on the blue logs that are lying on the southern part of this middle piece to deposit your logs. And let's chop down some more dream trees. The first person to get 20 logs in the center wins. Because that NPC just chops down 1 tree and then walks to the center, it is pretty much impossible to lose if you just get a couple of logs in your inventory. Just get back, deposit. to the trees. Should now be able to win. Click to continue. You're back off to the main dream area. Let's get back to the Eternal Man. Let's give our final review. And after we have given us our review, he should be impressed. Of course, I am ready, and he will now teleport us to another area where we'll need to face me. This is the final test of this quest. In here, there will be a Combat 79 NPC called me, and you will need to kill him. You can either kill them with melee using your lunar staff, or if you have brought your combat runes, just use those. Also, you will be teleported constantly over this plane. If you are able to shoot him from a distance with fire spells or any other magic spells, this would be very helpful, because then you will need to run a lot less. And is this it? One more hit. And he should be down. Nope. Melee hit. Come on. And this is the NPC, me. Defeated. Because this was the final test, let's talk to him again. This was a very short review. Let's read the book in the center of this plane. And we should now return to reality. Say yes, because we are done here. And we are now back on Lunar Isle. First, let's exit the building east. Let's return to the bank. And now you can just easily deposit everything, except for your Seal of Passage, because you're still unable to talk to any NPCs here without your Seal of Passage. Then I'm also going to quickly take out my Graceful, and then also a teleport out if you want to leave the Lunar Isle. Okay, that's it. Let's go back to the Audionomancer next to the Astral Altar to complete our quest. Alright, let's talk to her. You understand now. And congratulations, you have completed Lunar Diplomacy quest. You are awarded with 2 quest points, 5000 magic and runecrafting experience, access to the Lunar Spellbook and 50 Astral Runes. Now you also have the Seal of Passage, which you still need to have in your inventory to be able to talk to any NPC on this island, including the bankers, even though you have completed the quest. Now you also have access to the Lunar Isle, as well as the Lunar Equipment and the Lunar Spellbook. And then lastly, you also have access to Astral Runecrafting, and the altar is right here on this island. If you would right click on this altar, you have a pray option, and this will change your spellbook to Lunars. If you want to change it from a regular spellbook to Lunars and
Hi, and welcome to my guide. Today we're going to do the quest Mountain Daughter. There are no quest requirements, skill requirements, 20 agility. Items needed: a rope, a plank, a spade, any axe and pickaxe that you can use, any kind of gloves that you can wield, besides magic related gloves, slayer, zombie, or vambraces. And I Hi, and welcome to my guide. Today we're going to do the quest Mountain Daughter. There are no quest requirements, skill requirements, 20 agility. Items needed, a rope, a plank, skill requirements, 20 agility. Items needed, a rope, a plank, a spade, any axe and pickaxe that you can use, any kind of gloves that you can wield, besides magic related gloves, slayer, zombie, or vambraces. And I think that graceful gloves are related to magic because you can store them into your player-owned house's magic wardrobe. Also, 2 stamina potions of 4 doses should be enough, as well as 2 Camelot teleports and 1 teleport out of here once the quest is completed. Where to start this quest? Right here, just west of the mountain camp, which is located east of Releka. in the Fremnik province, located north of Sears village. Here you'll find a rock slide and a guard, but he will not let you pass, so a bit north of him you should find a little grey path. Go towards it by clicking it on the minimap, and then just north of the guard you should find another boulder. Use your rope on the boulder to let yourself down. Next, follow the path east to enter the mountain camp. Just go east to the most eastern building of the camp and there you'll find a quest sign. Enter the tent and go to the chieftain and talk to him. Select the first option. Why is everyone so hostile to me? Select the first option again. What are you up to? Select the first option. I will go search for her. After the conversation is over, exit the tent and go a bit south. South you should find a mud pool. Just click somewhere around the edges of the mud pool and you'll find that you can dig some mud. Then go north, and north of the quest sign there should find a couple of yellow and red dots. North of the tent you should find a pole. Pick it up. Then when you have the pole, follow the path north and you'll see a lake west of there. Just keep following the path, going west. Keep going west until you see another yellow dot. This yellow dot is Ragnar. Talk to him. Then select the first option. Do you have any idea where she might be? Next, use your mud on the nearby tall tree next to Ragnar. And now the tree bark isn't slippery anymore. Next, you can climb the tree by clicking on it. Then a bit north of there you should find a clump of rocks. Use your pole on those clump of rocks. Next you should find a flat stone. Use a plank on the flat stone. And then you will cross to the last island. If you move your mouse a little bit to the east you should find a option that you can listen to the shining pool. Listen to it. Then select the second option. Hello, who are you? Select the second option again. What exactly do you want from me? Select the first option. That sounds like something I can do. first option again, I will get right on it. After the conversation is over, use your plank on the flat stone again. And that's like the first option. Yes, I would like to return to the shore. Next, we need to report this to the chieftain. So go back east and return to him. Talk to the chieftain. That's like the second option, about the people of Releka. After the conversation is over, talk to him again. Let's select the third option, what about the food supplies? And then just never mind. Exit the tent and run west. We're now going to Releka. Just go back all the way to the guard and the rock slide. Then click on the rock slide to climb over, and the guard will let you do that. And now you just need to run west and run towards Releka. Once you've entered Releka, go a bit north, and inside of the big building in the center of Releka, you'll find a quest sign. Enter that building, and there you should find Brunt the chieftain. Talk to him. Select the first option, about mountain camp. And he hasn't heard anything about the mountain camp, so exit the building and exit Releka. We now need to go east. Between Releka and the mountain camp, there should be a wandering messenger. We'll need to find him, and he has a large walking range, so it might take a little while for you to find him. So between Releka and the mountain camp, one of the yellow dots is a NPC called Sivdi. You will need to find him. Once you find him, quickly run towards him and try to talk to him. Then select the second option. Can I persuade you to go there somehow? And he wants a safety guarantee. Return to Brunt Chieftain to report this. Back in the main hall, talk to Brunt about mountain camp. Then select the fourth option. Did it look pretty? Alright, now we need to return to the mountain camp. So exit Releka and follow the brown path east and return to the mountain camp. This time you are allowed to climb over the rock slide, so you don't need to use your rope anymore. Now just return to the mountain camp. Once inside of the mountain camp, go to the most southern tent and open the tent door. South of that tent you should find an ancient rock. Right click on your pickaxe and use it on the ancient rock to start mining it. And you will get half of a rock. Once you have that, exit the tent and a guard will talk to you. Just skip through the dialogue a bit and he will let you pass. Next, go north of the quest sign of the chieftain's tent, and there you should find an NPC called Jocko. Talk to him. And he will mention a white fruit. After talking to Jocko, return to Brunt the chieftain to give him the half of the rock. Alright, once again in the main hall of the Relica, try to find Brunt and talk to him about mountain camp. Skip through the dialogue and he will give you the safety guarantee. Now you will need to give this to CVD, so have fun trying to find him again. Once you found him, talk to him. And now he will go to Relica. Next, teleport yourself to Camelot, and then run to the Catherby Bank. Once you are at the Catherby Bank, you can deposit your empty vials and a rope, and you should bring a couple of food to protect yourself from aggressive Wolves of Combat 26, 38 and 72. Once you have that, exit the bank and go east. We will now need to go to the White Wolf Mountain. Just keep running east towards the farming sign, then just go a bit north from there. And follow, just keep going north. Just keep going north, you should find a path going to a snowy area. Go to that snowy area and keep going north until you see a glider sign on your minimap. Run towards that glider sign and equip your gloves besides the magic related Vambraces, Zombie or Slayer. And south of the gliders you will find thorny bushes. Pick from that bush and you will find a white pearl. Eat it to get a white pearl seed. After you have that, go to the Camelot Bank or the Sears Village Bank. When you are at the bank, you can deposit your pickaxe and your spade. You don't need that anymore. What you do need to bring is a axe, a plank, your pole, a white pearl seed, a stamina potion of at least 4 doses, and then some food, armor and weapon to kill the Combat 72. I suggest using magic or ranged because you can easily safe spot that boss. Once you think you are prepared, return to the mountain camp by running north. I will see you back in the mountain camp. when you've returned, enter the chieftain's tent and talk to him. Select the second option about the people of Relaka. Then select the second option again about the food supplies. Next we need to return to Aslife, the spirit inside of the lake. So exit the tent and return north. Keep following the path next to the lake until you see the big tree. Climb that tall tree. Then already use your pole and get ready to use it on a clump of rocks. Then use it on it. Then use your plank on the flatstone. And then just click a little bit east and listen to the shining pool. After talking to her, use your plank on the flatstone and say yes to return to the shore. Now we need to return to the chieftain. Now we need to follow the path around the lake. Talk to him. Now you don't have any proof that his daughter is dead, so return north back to the lake. And now we need to follow the path around the lake. So keep following the path clockwise around the lake, past the tall tree and past Ragnar. Just keep following that path until you see a couple of dead trees. Alright, when you're finally at the other side of the lake, you will find a couple of dead trees. Go stand west of one of the dead trees, the second one. Chop down the second dead tree. And then you will pass. Then go a little bit more west and then chop the little dead tree as well. And there you'll find a cave entrance. Enter it, and then follow this cave. Once you've entered the big area, a pointing arrow towards Kendall has appeared, and you will start talking to him. Then select the first option. It's just me, no one special. Select the second option, you mean a sacrifice. Then select the third option, you look like a man in a bear suit. Then select the second option, can I see that corpse? First option, hand over that body to me, and he will start attacking you. Then run towards the center, that big square, and there you should find a couple of corpses. You can easily safe spot Kendall. Safe spot him. Alright, when you've killed Kendall, you will get a bear head in your inventory. Next, go to the southeastern corner of that square or cubic rock, and you will find a corpse of a woman. Pick it up, and go back to the northeastern part of this cave, and follow this path, and return to the chieftain. arriving, open a tent, talk to him. Then select the second option, but he killed your daughter. Just skip through the dialogue and select the first option, I will. Exit the tent and return to Juggle's tent. The one just north of the chieftain's tent, and there you'll find 3 muddy rock spawns. You will need to pick up 5 muddy rocks. Alright, when you have 5 muddy rocks, go back to Ashpipe, the spirit inside of the lake. But first we will need to go to Ragnar, so just return to the tall tree and get 1 inventory slot open. Then go to Ragnar and talk to him. And he will give you Ashlife's pendant. Once you have that, just climb the tall tree. Then use your pole on the clump of rocks. Then use your plank on a flat stone. And go to the northeastern part of this island. Once you are here, just click on the corpse to bury it. Then click to continue, and you will bury it with the pendant. Now, if you use one of the muddy rocks to the burial mound, you will receive 1000 attack experience and 2000 prayer experience. If you don't want that, just drop your muddy rocks and you can complete the quest. But if you just want to complete the quest, use one of the muddy rocks to the burial mound, and congratulations, you completed Mountain Dollar quest. You are awarded with 2 quest points, 1000 attack experience and 2000 prayer experience. 2 quest points, 1000.
Hi, I want with 1 quest point.
Иди в комп, День.